Live from KSAT 12, the 6 o'clock news starts right now.
Some encouraging news as the pandemic subsides. The nation saw more jobs filled in June than it has in months, 850,000 of them to be exact, but those still aren't enough.
You don't have to look hard to find the now hiring signs, paying above minimum wage, offering incentives, bonuses, flexible hours. Jesse Degollado asks the CEO of Workforce Solutions Alamo how it is that hiring is up and yet down at the same time.
Hometown Burgers is busy, but it'd be even busier if it had more people working at its 9 locations.
We're probably at 80% right now. I would say we're needing at least 5-6 employees at each location.
Even after starting pay went up to $13 an hour.
If there's anyone interested in a position with Hometown Burger, we'd love to hear from you. So we're just waiting on that large fry?
These kinds of jobs and others make up the nation's 850,000 vacancies that were filled last month.
That actually is in line with where we're headed for this particular region.
Yet the Workforce Solutions Alamo CEO says it still has a ways to go. Of the more than 330,000 people who lost their jobs during COVID, he says about half of them are back at work.
It's still not matching necessarily all of those job losses. We're moving in the right direction. But, we're not there just yet.
Not only do many have child care and other reasons for not going back to work, he says there are those in training for better jobs, or they've already found them. In order to compete, employers entice job seekers however they can. The signs are everywhere.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, I don't think anybody has. And so I think that's the whole issue here, which is the fact that this is unprecedented.
Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
As we head into the July 4th holiday weekend, travelers experiencing more and more delays. Our Jonathan Cotto joins us live from San Antonio International Airport. So, Jonathan, what are those delays looking like for travelers, and what are airport officials telling everyone about this?
Antonio area.
Well, Mara, we can just take a look at the flight board here, and it shows us the number of delays and or cancellations that have been registering as of now. Airport officials telling us that, of course, travel is expected to increase over the weekend. And according to FlightAware, the flight live statistics for San Antonio International, 51 delays so far and about 14 cancellations. Tanya Hope, the airport's public relation manager, says with the increase in flights, it's important to arrive early.
So we always expect travel to be up during the holidays, but it seems like this travel season, it's up around the country.
My husband, he just mentioned, I'm just along for the ride, but he just mentioned that our flight got delayed. So yeah, it wasn't canceled yet, but it was delayed for sure.
Now, as you can see here, the number of people waiting to check into their flights. Now, airport officials stressing to the public the importance of arriving early to avoid any delays, and also reminding the public that masks are required here at the airport and while traveling. Reporting live from the San Antonio International Airport, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. The 4th of July weekend is the perfect opportunity for a lot of people to put their boats in and enjoy the holiday on the water. If you are one of those boaters, officials say make sure you're not bringing anything unwanted in with you or out. Mainly zebra mussels. The invasive species has been found now in 33 Texas lakes, 27 of which are considered infested. Garrett Berger is at one of those latest lakes to be declared fully infested. That's Medina Lake, just west of San Antonio. And Garrett, is there anything that can be done to fight the zebra mussels?
Well, from what Texas Parks and Wildlife Department says, once the zebra mussels are established in a lake, there's nothing that can be done to control or get rid of them. So the name of the game is prevention, especially with boats that can take them from one lake to another. Now, clean, drain, dry is the mantra that Texas Parks and Wildlife Department uses. That means cleaning your boat as soon as you come out of the lake or river, draining it of water. That includes the bilge, live wells, bait buckets, everything before you even leave the boat ramp. Then letting your boat and everything in it dry completely, preferably for at least a week. If you can't let it dry that long, TPWD says to pressure wash it with hot, soapy water. These steps are meant to get rid of any mussels or their microscopic larvae that might be hitching a ride.
Zebra mussel or a larvae is transported from one infested lake to another area that's not infested, then that will create more, it'll definitely multiply and create more problems.
Here at Medina Lake, Texas Parks and Wildlife say the first documented case of the mussels was in February. They've now found mussels of different sizes in multiple locations, which the department says indicates a reproducing population. So a little over 2 weeks ago, it was designated as fully infested. Now, unfortunately, that means if you're storing your boat at a lake like this in the water, such as these are, you have a pretty good chance of carrying the mussels on board already. So if you're taking it out to go to another lake, you have an extremely high risk of transferring the invasive species into a new spot. So TPWD wants you to call them at the number on your screen if you're taking your boat out from storage in a lake, in an infested lake, and they'll give you instructions on how to decontaminate it to make sure you're not spreading this invasive species any further. Live at Medina Lake, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
All right, we'll have that phone number on our website. Thanks, Garrett. No suspects and very little information. That's what San Antonio police are working with in connection with a shooting outside of a West Side bar this morning. Officers found a man with gunshot wounds lying on the ground in the 900 block of Frio City Road. As Katrina Weber reports, officers found out about it through an anonymous tip.
After acting on a phone tip from an unknown caller, San Antonio police found out there was a lot more that they didn't know. They found a man on the ground on Frio City Road outside Morales Ice House who had been shot in his arm and chest, but they had no idea who shot him or why. The caller told them shortly before 5 this morning that there was a fight going on there, then hung up. The man wasn't able to tell officers anything. They say he was unconscious. This shooting happened after this bar would have been closed, but before most of the businesses in this area would have opened. Police say right now they have no witnesses, but it is possible there are cameras. Whether they find any video remains to be seen. The shooting happened in the shadows of a police department building, right across the road from their property room. Investigators did search the area for clues, even focusing on discarded beer bottles for possible fingerprints or anything to lead them to the shooter. Police say the man who was shot appears to be in his 30s and may be homeless. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
New at 6, a San Antonio man added to the state's list of most wanted sex offender fugitives. The Department of Public Safety says 52-year-old Henry Anthony Taylor is a high-risk sex offender. He has been wanted since April of last year for failure to register and was last seen at an address here in San Antonio. He was convicted of rape in Indiana back in 1993. In 2012, he was convicted on 2 counts of sexual assault. The reward for information that leads to Taylor's capture has been increased to $4,000. Anyone with information on his whereabouts asked to call Texas Crime Stoppers. That number, 1-800-252-TIPS.
Also new at 6, San Antonio police looking for a theft suspect who was caught on camera stealing the cameras. It happened back in May outside of a tattoo shop in the 2100 block of Austin Highway. Police say the man in the images they found took the surveillance cameras outside the business, but not before those cameras got a good look at him and his tattoos. Here are those images. If anyone has any information on who this guy is, the SAPD East Property Crimes Unit would like to talk to you. That number to call, the one you see here, 210-207-7642. A woman police say attacked her ex's new girlfriend is the one who ended up in the hospital last night. This happened at an apartment complex on Lavender Lane, just inside Loop 410 on the far east side. According to officers, the 27-year-old woman went into the apartment and kicked the new girlfriend in the back. That's when the current girlfriend stabbed the ex-girlfriend in the chest and back. She was taken to hospital in unknown condition. No word yet on any possible charges.
Live look outside with live cam on this Friday. Clouds, sunshine, heat.
But
July.
Exactly, July. This is typical for this time of year. I mean, we're right near average in terms of our high temperature, and we have been for a couple of days. We topped out at 93 degrees today. The average is 94, and our morning low was 1 degree above average. No rainfall at the airport today, at least not so far. There still is a slight chance, and the reason being is we have an outflow boundary from thunderstorms off to the north, and even some action approaching Junction and moving into northern Gillespie County. Pre-existing thunderstorms to the north kicking out this boundary that's pushing southward. That's the wild card until about 10 p.m. That could trigger a few isolated downpours north of San Antonio and then even locally as well. Again, that is through about 10 p.m. Otherwise, out near Lakey, a few little downpours, a little bit of lightning and thunder there. So 20 to 30% chance through 9-10 o'clock. Otherwise clear, humid, and in the 80s. Weekend rain chances on the rise. We're going to time that out for you coming right up, Myra.
All right, thanks, Adam. After the upcoming holiday weekend, road crews in Kendall County will be busy on the next phase of a big project. Our traffic authority, Samuel King, has all the details coming up next at 6.
But first, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, the First Responders Gospel Music Festival is happening at Comanche Park on Saturday. The festival is in honor of those who put their lives on the line every day. Reverend James Robinson of Gospel Music Ministries organized the first ever event. He tells us it's his way of thanking first responders for all they do, especially during the pandemic.
For all the frontline workers and first responders, every police agency in the city, every nurse, every doctor, every home health provider, and we just want to be a blessing to them and honor them at this time and what they went through during the COVID.
That festival is tomorrow, Saturday at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Comanche Park. There will be several food booths, over 20 vendors, and of course, plenty of live gospel music.
A holiday weekend break for many road crews, but they will be busy next week.
Our Samuel King joins us now live. And Samuel, drivers can expect to see more work on I-10 in Kendall County?
Well, that's definitely true, Tim and Myra. KSAT is in the midst of a massive project there worth $100 million, the next phase of which starts on Tuesday. Crews have already started work replacing the old State Highway 46 bridge over I-10, and that means some closures on the frontage roads.
This fall, 2021, drivers will be able to drive on a partial lanes of the new State Highway 46 bridge. And all this work that's going to start next week on July 6th is part of ramping up to get those new lanes ready for traffic. Jennifer Serold with TxDOT says this next phase will last 12 months. During the first half, they'll work to preserve two-way traffic approaching and crossing the bridge. Then over the following 6 weeks, more closures are expected. Meanwhile, work continues farther down on I-10 at US 87 or Main Street. Plans to replace the bridge at that interchange at a snag, not only because of weather, but also because a flock of cliff swallows decided to nest under the bridge. Work can't continue until they move on. The bridge was originally scheduled to be demolished in December of this year. So we are working to do that ahead of schedule, hopefully by the end of summer. TxDOT says the project is needed as 53,000 drivers pass through the corridor each day already. That number expected to grow to 82,000 in the next 20 years. And again, this project is $100 million of investment for the drivers in Bernie and in Kendall County. We aim to increase mobility for them and to reduce congestion.
Now, the full traffic shift to that new bridge should begin in the fall. The bridge should be completed altogether in spring of 2022. This, of course, is not Bernie. This is Loop 410 at Callahan Road here in town. And there is a major issue here. I'm going to give you a better look at what's going on here. Westbound on Loop 410 here at the wall. You can see a tow truck has arrived here right now. There's some sort of collision. There's a very small crash in terms of the damage to the vehicles, but just where it was caused some disruption there. So you can see one truck loaded on there, and you see the right lane at least closed westbound, and you see traffic backed up here. Let's take a look at that on the map. This is Callahan. This is Loop 410. You see the red stretching back. So let's take a look here on the northwest side, for instance, on Loop 410. It's already taking you 15 minutes just to get from I-10 to 151 because of that stretch there. So keep that in mind this evening. Hopefully, since that tow truck is there, things will start to clear up pretty soon. Most of the traffic delays are coming into town, not out of town. You would think people would be heading out, but have some delays on the east side on I-10, 40 minutes coming in from Seguin, 38 minutes coming in from New Braunfels. We were talking about Bernie. It's only going to take you 25 minutes to come into town from there. But again, this is the big issue right now in the area. Loop 410 just past the crossroads. Some major delays westbound, but hopefully that gets cleared up before the end of the hour. Tim and Myra.
Thank you, Samuel.
All right, let's take a look outside with Sky 12. Now, this is a place
there we go.
to be today.
The tube shoot.
I gotta say, not as crowded as I expected to see it, but maybe that's coming over the weekend.
It's only Friday, Mike.
That's true.
They got a big party going on up there this weekend. 175th anniversary of New Braunfels.
Ah,
cool.
Okay. So that's where the crowds will come in for sure.
Absolutely.
Sounds like fun. And, you know, when you plan your weekend, you outdoor plans and everything, barbecues, pools, events, this and that, keep in mind that we'll have some pop-up showers during the afternoons this weekend. So some heavy downpours, tropical in nature, kind of like what we had earlier this week, generally between about 2 and 9 p.m. And that doesn't mean it's going to be raining that whole time period from 2 to 9 p.m. But at some point within that time period, you may just have to duck inside for a brief period of time, wait it out, and then carry on your merry way as the sun comes back out again. During the evenings, generally dry. So the 4th of July fireworks are right now looking pretty good, actually. I think odds are good that they'll stay dry. Here's a look at the activity across the state. One feature we have to point out is the stalled boundary off to the north of us. Our upper level high that's breaking down, moving out of here. We've got this stalled boundary at the surface, and that's been one of the focal points today of some showers and thunderstorms to the north of us. The outflow from those storms could kick up a few downpours, especially north of San Antonio over the next couple of hours. Locally, we can't rule it out either. I don't think it's all that likely, but 1 or 2 can't be ruled out through about 9-10 p.m. Otherwise, we'll be generally clearing on out tonight. And tomorrow, Saturday, we start the day just fine. Even by the noon hour, just fine. 9 a.m., you get to noon. Partly to mostly cloudy, but around 2 o'clock is when we're expecting showers and thunderstorms to develop. And this is especially for folks along and north of Highway 90. We go through the afternoon hours, more showers and storms popping up, moving here and there. And it's that type that's going to be mainly just heavy rainfall, but a little bit of lightning and thunder embedded with them as well. So if you hear the thunder, then it's time to go inside. Because if you hear thunder, that means there's lightning out there. But notice come dark, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, that activity dissipates. So really want to hammer it home here that during the afternoons, the time frame for the storm potential for your area is mainly between 2 and 9 p.m. The farther south you are of San Antonio, the better odds you have of actually staying dry for outdoor activities. So for barbecues, pools, outdoor events, just be prepared to briefly go inside to wait out a quick downpour or two. So have the KSAT Weather Authority app handy. Let those notifications, allow the notifications, because it'll automatically tell you if lightning is detected within a certain radius of you and how far away it was. Same with the rain. And we do live appcasts to keep you updated. Evenings, as I said, looking mostly dry. So it's the kind of action that's really peaks in the afternoon. Come sunset, it dissipates. I think the coverage of rain is going to be more numerous Saturday opposed to Sunday, but still scattered in nature. Then next week, we're looking active. More opportunities for some soaking rain daily next week and not just confined to the afternoon. Let's talk temperatures. 91 right now. Dew point is 70. Of course, we feel the humidity and mugginess out there. You look up north, 70s, Amarillo, Lubbock, 75, El Paso, 77, some clouds, a little bit of rain, cooled air off to the north, makes a difference. Meanwhile, Del Rio, 102, Kerrville, even 92 degrees, Carrizo Springs at 95. We'll start the day tomorrow in the mid-70s. Both Saturday and Sunday will top out right near 90 degrees with those afternoon pop-up showers and thunderstorms, some downpours, some heavy rain, but then at dusk, it's generally coming to an end. So only about a 10 to 20% chance during fireworks time Sunday evening and a southeasterly breeze at 5 to 10. Next week, looking active. I like this. This is a good pattern for July. More opportunities for good soaking maintenance rain, and that'll keep our temperatures in the 80s.
Look at that. Wow. Thanks, Adam.
All right, Larry's here to tell us about a Brandeis High School football player who says size doesn't matter. I agree with this young man.
Yeah, for him, it's all heart over height, and he will outwork probably just about every football player out there. I'm talking about Brandeis football athlete Aiden Inesta Rodriguez. This young man is serious about getting a college offer. Plus, USA pitcher Cat Osterman has some pretty cool neighbors coming up. Spurs Sports at Academy campers sang happy birthday to Derek White, who turned 27 today in Big Board Sports. Keldon Johnson was named to the USA basketball men's select team following Derek White, who made the select team in 2019 before he was promoted to the national team for the 2019 FIBA World Cup. Keldon is 21 years old and a rising star in the NBA. He's got a lot of basketball goals, which include making the U.S. Olympic team.
Definitely, that would be a great end goal. I feel like as of now, it's like just taking one step at a time. You know, I get there when I get there, and I mean, everybody has a different path and different roles. So I think that whenever I get there, I'm gonna be blessed and honored and excited to be there. But as of now, I just want to seize the opportunity and make the best of it.
Keldon is one of 4 Kentucky Wildcats named to the 17-player select team. The Brandeis Broncos have the skill players to be dynamic this season, including athlete Aiden Inesta Rodriguez. The 4-year starter is a defensive back, wide receiver, and kick returner. Last season, he was 28-6A first-team All-District on offense and defense. His rivals' verified 40 is 4.379 seconds. He's fast, smart, and a coach in the field, but some colleges won't even give him a look because he's 5'7", and that's all the fuel he needs.
I'm trying to prove that size doesn't matter. You know, I've always, my whole life, it's been about, oh, you're too small, this and that. I just want to prove to everybody that size does not matter. It don't matter about that. So that's what I'm trying to prove to everybody. You know, these coaches telling me I'm too small and stuff like that, I've used that as fuel to cause that chip on my shoulder and really make that competition even mean more to me.
Aiden recently earned his first D1 football offer from Morgan State. U.S. Olympic softball pitcher Kat Osterman got a very cool send-off from her neighbors in New Braunfels today as she was leaving for the Summer Games in Tokyo. She won gold in 2004 and silver in 2008 with Team USA. At 38, she's the oldest player to ever play for USA softball, and she's grateful for her neighbors sending her off in style.
We live out here in a quiet area, but this neighborhood's been very supportive. They check in on my husband and my stepdaughter while I'm gone, so it's been fun to have them as part of the journey and just have them cheering me on as I practice, whether it's in the driveway or running around the neighborhood.
We wish Kat and Team USA the best as they chase gold. Reagan basketball star Sammy Wagner has been busy on the recruiting trail. She's now talking with Oregon, Stanford, USC, Arizona, Texas, Baylor, A&M, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Vanderbilt. Her dad says they've all offered her. Sammy says playing for the Rattlers and San Antonio Finest is definitely preparing her for the next level.
Club really prepares me for the work ethic and the competition I'm going to be facing. I play against a lot of great players in club and play with a lot of great players in club, and that's hopefully what I'm going to get to do at the next level. So that's what's really prepared me for that.
She's visited Oregon, Texas, and Southern Cal with plans to visit Baylor next week, Stanford, and A&M in the fall.
Thank you, Larry.
We have details on some late-breaking news we're following. Sky 12 in New Braunfels here over the Comal River. This is the site of what's being reported as an accidental drowning. Earlier this afternoon, 3:15 or so, a man went under the water, did not resurface in this area, but that's when some crowds of people who were out there pulled this man up to the surface and called for help.
Yeah, this all happening right there in the tube chute area. They have already identified the victim as a 62-year-old man, Albert Aranda, from Farmington, New Mexico. Next of kin, we're told, has been notified. The Justice of the Peace up there has ordered an autopsy, but pending the results of that, the man's death is currently being investigated as an accidental drowning. Horrible news here as we kick off the 4th of July weekend. So we will continue to follow that story. We'll have more news at 6 right after this.
It is happening this year after a COVID-19 cancellation. Last year, the city of San Antonio's 4th of July fireworks celebration at Woodlawn Lake Park is back. It's happening this weekend. So we want to bring in Libby Day, Director of Communications with the San Antonio Parks Foundation, to talk about what crowds can expect as everybody's excited to have this back. It's nice to be getting all these things back in 2021. So Libby, talk about what people can expect this year from the city's 4th of July event.
Yeah, so we're super excited to be back at Woodlawn this year. It'll be very similar to the beloved event that has happened for a long time in this neighborhood. At 11 a.m., we'll have food vendors and carnival games along with some family fun in the pavilion. That stuff will be going until 9:30. And one of the big differences this year is we're not doing the carnival rides that a lot of folks have come to love. We wanted to, be extra cautious and, we eliminated those so there's more room in the park for people to spread out and be able to enjoy, some time outside celebrating the 4th of July and be able to social distance a bit there as well.
Yeah, because we still have the pandemic going on. Besides social distancing, is there any other sort of restrictions or things you want people to keep into consideration if they're heading out there this weekend when it relates to the pandemic?
Yeah, I think just to be very mindful of, folks around you. Masks are optional since it is a completely outdoor event. Bring hand sanitizer and really just, be mindful of the people around you. The gym will be closed. That's another difference this year. But outside of that, all of the amenities that Woodlawn has to offer, like the walking path, the outdoor fitness stations, and the swimming pool will all be available during their regular hours. For anybody who does want to take advantage of the pool, you do need to make a reservation. So that's just one thing to be mindful of when folks are heading out to celebrate.
Okay, definitely some things for people to put on their checklist as they're making their plans to head out there this weekend. I know you talked about how there is food, obviously, is a huge part of any celebration, especially for us that we all love to eat here in San Antonio. So talk about the food vendors that will be available out there. And I know that at, Fiesta, for example, there was kind of a different payment system because of at Nyosa because of COVID-19. They kept everything a little more streamlined. Any changes people can expect as far as purchasing food or items from vendors out there?
So we'll be using, credit card systems and cash, fairly standard. We want to, keep it easy for folks who are going to come out and celebrate. All of the food vendors will be located in the Woodlawn Island House parking lot. That's going to be on the west side of the lake. And one of the things for people to be mindful of is that parking lot is closing at 8 p.m. tonight, Friday, July 2nd. And it will be closed throughout the duration of the weekend for setup and all of the event production kind of operations. So anybody who's heading out to the park to do their regular exercise, just enjoy the lake, one thing to be mindful of is that parking lot will be closed.
Obviously, the main thing many families go out there for is the fireworks display that happens, once the sun goes down. What can people expect as far as the fireworks show? How long is it going to be? How big? How loud?
Very loud. Bring some earplugs for the little ones. It'll kick off right at 9 p.m. It is a timed show. We've got thousands of fireworks that will be going off, and it'll be about 10 minutes. So that's what people can look forward to for the fireworks extravaganza. And we're very grateful for Thomas J. Henry contributing and making it possible along with our community partners at HEB.
Is there any radio simulcast? Sometimes they sync these up with music on a local radio station, or is there any way that people can sync up music and watch this at the same time?
It's going to be all organic this time around. Right. We, really want folks to come out and have that full experience of the fireworks in the park. It's a very, it's a very special event that happens at Woodlawn, and we're really excited to be out there to celebrate with everybody again this year.
I like that, all organic. Of course, we want people to leave Woodlawn Lake Park as it was before the crowds all got there. So you have some suggestions on the ways that people planning to come out can help clean up as they leave. What are your tips for that?
Yes, absolutely. So, of course, that's something that's very important to us. We love being able to celebrate at Woodlawn, and we want to make sure that everyone is respectful of the neighborhood and the park. So we really encourage folks to bring their own trash and recycling bags. There will be the standard trash and recycling bins all around the park, but something that does really help is, having a bag with you to keep track of your own trash and recyclables and, help pick up if you do see anything that is, looking a little stranded. We want to get that stuff off the ground and into a trash or recycling bin. And outside of that, some things that we recommend folks bring to, make sure that they enjoy their time in the park is water. It's going to be a really warm day. And so we will, of course, have water available for purchase. All the water fountains are working at the park, but we still encourage people to bring their own water, and then also sun protection, sunscreen, hats, umbrellas, any other sun protection, that folks want to bring, especially if you're going to head out early in the day. That's going to be an important one.
And we have all this information, all those tips and tricks to really enjoy this 4th of July celebration on our website right now at KSAT.com, as well as the timing of the fireworks, because that's the really important part. Libby Day with the San Antonio Parks Foundation, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Great to talk to you guys.
Happy 4th of July. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back, everybody. Still watching this situation at Loop 410 at Callahan. Thought it might have been cleared up by now, but we swear this is a live picture, but that tow truck is still there at the moment. So still seeing some delays here. Traffic is moving a little bit better than it was when we joined you earlier, but still have a major situation there of Loop 410 westbound at Callahan. We're seeing some orange. That's good, so less red. So let's get an updated look at that travel time in that area. 11 minutes now between I-10 and 151. That is greatly improved, but you still saw a little bit of a backup there. We mentioned that most of the construction is going to be suspended over the weekend, but we do have some projects still tonight, including also on 410 from Military to Marbach, still doing some work here. Also some work on 151 on some of the frontage roads also again tonight. So just look out for that this evening. But again, most of the construction is going to be suspended for the weekend. Doesn't mean you won't see closures or people out there, but we're not seeing the heavy work that we usually will see on a weekend. But again, this is still the big issue in this area, Loop 410 at Callahan. So watch out for that this evening, and hopefully that does get cleared up fairly soon, guys.
All right, thanks, Samuel. Look outside with live cam. We are at the point in the forecast we've been eyeing all week. The holiday weekend is here. How's it shaping up, Adam?
Well, it looks like we'll be dodging a few showers and thunderstorms just during the afternoon hours this weekend. This evening, still a slight chance of a rogue shower or two, especially near and north of San Antonio. That's through about 9-10 p.m. Otherwise, just partly cloudy out there. 91 degrees right now, gradually falling through the 80s, and we start the day in the mid-70s. More details on the timing of the weekend rain, more on what you can expect then, and especially into next week. There's more opportunities of rain. We'll chat in a minute.
I would love Jeff to come and see our flight off whenever it takes place. And I would love to go and watch him go in his flight. And I think both of us will wish each other well. And it really doesn't matter whether one of us goes a few days before the other.
Easy to say for the billionaire who thinks he will be the first to travel to space. Virgin Galactic says founder Richard Branson will be on the company's next test flight out of New Mexico that is scheduled for July 11th.
By the way, that is 9 days before fellow billionaire and Branson rival Jeff Bezos is expected to travel to space in his Blue Origin rocket. For the past 2 decades, Branson and Amazon founder Bezos have been competing to establish interstellar travel for the public. Branson insists it's not a race, but if it were, he would certainly be winning, it appears. Wish them well.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, so we're talking about some rain, possibly, over the weekend?
Well, I think we'll be having to kind of duck around and avoid a few showers periodically this weekend. I'm not saying cancel any plans, just be prepared to go inside or go under a shelter just for a brief period of time here and there as we dodge the downpours. Let's take a look at the radar this evening. Not a whole lot of activity, most of it closer to Austin and right over Junction. It's a healthy downpour over Junction, not good for travelers along I-10, but it's good maintenance rain that we have there. This pattern that we're in is very good, especially by July standards. We don't often see much rain this time of year, but it's good to have it popping up on the radar screen again. closer to Blanco. We've got some central Blanco County there around 281, some downpours as well, a little bit of lightning and thunder. Indications are some of that could migrate southward and affect some of our northern areas. I mean, we're talking Comfort, Sisterdale, maybe even Bernie, Bulverde, New Braunfels, Canyon Lake. You get the idea, through about 9-10 p.m. Otherwise, farther to the west around Lakey, we've got a few downpours that have popped up there. This is that 10% we were talking about for today, just highly isolated. Here's the big picture, though. Frontal boundary has pushed into Texas. It's off to the north of us, but it's going to act as kind of a focal point for some showers and thunderstorms even as we get into tomorrow. And tonight there's that slight chance mainly north of town through about 10 o'clock. Tomorrow we start the day, mixture of sun and clouds. Look at it at 9 a.m. No rain expected unless you're near that front north of Austin. And then we get into the afternoon. The action's likely to move in from the north, moving north to south between 2 p.m. and 9 p.m. That's our primary opportunity for rain or threat for rain with outdoor activities. That doesn't mean it's going to be raining from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m., but that's when we'll have those scattered hit or miss downpours with a little bit of lightning and thunder. Notice 9 o'clock, not as much activity because once we lose this daytime heating from the sun sets and the showers come to an end. So splash and dash and then dissipate is what we're looking at. Mainly these quick splash and dash showers, 2 to 9 p.m. So just be prepared to briefly go inside or seek shelter from the lightning for a brief period of time. Some of the storms may not even have lightning. They'll just be heavy rainfall. Evenings are looking mostly dry. Have the KSAT Weather Authority app within reach. Enable the notifications. It will automatically tell you if there's lightning nearby and if there's light, moderate, or heavy rainfall, and we do our live appcasts on there as well when we're not doing newscasts. So 93 degrees, that was our high temperature today. Made it to 102 in Del Rio, 98 Cotulla, 99 the high in Laredo. Feeling like July outside, that's for sure. Fredericksburg right now at 89, Helotes 94, and Stinson 93. Mid-70s tomorrow morning, near 90 for high temperatures, both afternoons, Saturday and Sunday. Similar conditions in terms of the rain. I think the showers will be more numerous on Saturday, but we'll still have to avoid a few scattered in nature Sunday afternoon between 2 and 9 p.m. Come dusk, around fireworks time, it's still warm and muggy outside, 87 degrees, but just the off chance of a lingering shower or so. We give it a 10 to 20% chance. The odds of that actually hitting a fireworks site, such as Woodlawn Lake, unlikely at the moment. Next week's looking active. I like what I see in terms of more opportunities for good soaking rain, and that'll keep the temperatures in the 80s.
Rain or shine, I predict it will be loud in your neighborhood on Sunday and Monday.
You bet. In case you missed it, coming up next. Here's today's In Case You Missed It.
And good morning. It is Friday, July 2nd.
Well, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office is urging residents to be responsible while driving, and that extends to activities on a boat. Today, they held a press conference to remind the public of the dangers of drinking and driving and drinking and boating. Sheriff Javier Salazar says Texas could see up to 600 fatal crashes this weekend alone.
New at 5, a man is suing the city of San Antonio in an excessive force lawsuit, which claims the man was shot by paintball bullets fired by an SAPD officer at close range. That lawsuit filed last week, but the incident in question happened back on May 30th, 2020, during the local George Floyd protests. The lawsuit claims the man saw an SAPD officer with a rifle and said it, quote, better have the safety on. The man then alleges that officer shot him twice with paintballs, hitting him in the arm and leg.
We have an update on the San Antonio teenager who disappeared while swimming in Port Aransas on Wednesday. His body was found this morning. The victim is identified as 19-year-old Nicholas Mireles. His father, 47-year-old Richard Mireles Jr., died Wednesday after trying to help Nicholas as he struggled in the water.
After a 15-hour pause yesterday, search operations resumed to find the 128 people who are still unaccounted for after the Surfside condo collapse last week. That search was shut down yesterday over concerns about the stability of the remaining portion of the building. Officials now considering demolishing the rest of that building for the safety of the crews there working. Hurricane Elsa's projected path potentially putting the entire operation at risk.
Well, they must have heard me out there because they just towed the vehicle away here at 410 at Callahan. So hopefully the crews are wrapping this up and we'll open that right lane again and get traffic flowing even better than it is right now. Just to show you where this area is again, just west of the crossroads. This was Loop 410 westbound at Callahan Road, but as you saw there, they are clearing that vehicle right now. Let's take you up here though to the San Marcos area. Maybe some people heading up to Austin or heading down into San Antonio. Some major delays on 35, as you might expect. There's a crash there northbound in San Marcos, so that's something to watch out for if you're traveling up to Hays County or up into Travis County in Austin this evening, Adam.
All right, if you're headed down to the shore, you're going to the beach or going to the bays, the water's actually looking all right, especially in the mornings on the bay. Calm mornings, then a slight chop into the afternoon, winds at about 5 to 12 knots, and the chance of a few pop-up afternoon thunder showers, especially on Sunday. Highs right near 90 degrees. And waves about 2 to 3 feet, by the way, on the Gulf side. Around here, you have to dodge a few showers between 2 p.m. and 9 p.m. periodically this weekend.
All right, thanks, Adam. And thanks for watching the news at 6.
See you for the night beat tonight at 10.